Hey everyone, I'm Princess Link, and do you like my sunglasses? I got sunglasses because my old ones broke. Yay. No, I got these for that low-key Kaz cosplay because I am a nerd. If you didn't know that. Oh wait, shit. Today we're gonna be reading Metal Gear Solid, and I forgot. Got my butterbeer mug that I got from Universal. It's a little bit dented. There's this little dent or whatever because I dropped it. Anyway. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm like obsessed with Super Shiny. I need to move this shit. I've also got some food. It's the same stuff I was making last time, actually. I don't really remember what it is, but it's really good. But it also always makes like my throat really dry for some reason. Anyway, chapter 7. Yes. Chapter 7. The freight elevator stopped at the second floor basement, and the doors opened to a large, dimly lit room the size of a gymnasium. Concrete pillboxes were positioned across the floor. Snake figured that each one contained supplies and weapons. He hugged the wall and moved to the corner of the room to survey the situation. It was all very quiet. Too quiet. And what the hell happened to Meryl? Where did she run off to? Snake, you're in an armory, Mei Ling said. Our intelligence reports that each of those concrete blocks is sealed with a security level 1 lock. The Einstein president is most likely beyond the armory, in one of the storage rooms on the other side of the pillboxes. Vince, you know there's something about this place I don't like. Snake reached into his pouch and retrieved this thermal goggles he had snatched. He put them on and immediately noticed the warm outline of a square on the floor in front of him. A trapdoor, what those in the business called a murder door. More often than not, a gruesome death in the form of a long drop, steel spikes. Are you Indiana Jones? Or a drowning pool awaited the unwary soul who fell into one. Are you Indiana Jones? Are you? No, you're not David. You're David. David Emmerich. See, that's his name now. Sorry, I don't make the rules. David Emmerich. Anyway, Snake made a running start and jumped over the trap. He kept the goggles on in case there were more, but now he understood why there weren't any guys about. Why waste manpower when booby traps could do the work? By clearing the first murder door, please stop calling it that. That just makes me laugh. No, it's like those the fake doors in Luigi's Mansion, and if you try to open one, they hurt you. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. What are you doing? That was my chinchilla. I love her. She's a bitch. Anyway, by clearing the first murder doors, Nick had access to the closest pillbox. He swiped Anderson's pan card, and the steel door slid open. He stepped inside and was happy to find boxes of SOCOM ammunition, along with extra handguns. He grinned as he envisioned himself as a cowboy with a gun holster on each side of his waist. A two-fisted automatic gunslinger. Wouldn't it be fun? What? David! Why? No, okay, but Dave thinks he's really cool. But he's actually just a huge dork. He doesn't want to admit it, but he's a huge dork. I mean, that's how I see him, anyway. I mean, he had 50 dogs, okay? No. He's like, I'm such a bad person. I killed so many people. And I'm like, David, you have 50 dogs. No bad person would have 50 dogs. I'm sorry. Now I sound like how. Oh my god. But still, 50 dogs is a lot for a bad person to have. Also, I accidentally closed it. I lost my place. Ah! Cyborg Ninja. Ninja. This is chapter 6. Ocelot. Mazel Tov. Unfortunately, he didn't have another holster. So he picked up one of the handguns, loaded it with a full magazine, and put it in his pouch. He then grabbed as much ammunition as he could carry. There were other types of arms and ammo. There's only so much a guy could do with 2 hands. Snake. Somehow that seems vaguely dirty. Snake beater. I just like randomly remember that snake beater is like a thing that happened, and then I start cracking up because I was looking up I was looking up Otacon during class last week, and I ended up on Tumblr, and then my one friend was like, "Why are you looking at gay shit?" And I was like, "It's Metal Gear. It's all just really gay." Like, I didn't even, just a whole bunch of Otsune. Speaking of Otacon chips, I do not understand how Eli, like, they never interact, and even if they did, it probably wouldn't be a very good interaction. It's like, my problem with Sabriel is that before season 13, they pretty much never had a positive interaction. Like, you know? I also had some trouble with Liquid Mantis, but at least they do interact in Metal Gear Solid 5. They interact exactly once in Metal Gear Solid. Then they're like, turns out they have like history together, so, you know. How Eli though is like, why? I don't get it. I also don't get Snake Samus, because Samus is just a lesbian, okay? Like, Samus is a lesbian, and Dave is pretty much married to Hal. So, like, you know? Anyway. Snake left them and exited the pillbox. The thermal goggles picked up another trap on the floor on the way to the next block. Once again, Snake leaped over it, moved swiftly to the next pillbox door, and then used the pan kite to get inside. Explosives. Lots and lots of C4 explosives. The stuff came in small containers that were attached to a surface by magnets. Not Magnus. From Kid Icarus, I guess. I like his theme, though. I do like his theme. I wish he was here. I barely remember anything about his character because it's been so long since I've played Uprising. Because, I don't know. But, like, his theme is the shit. Okay? Magnus's theme is the shit. And so is Hades' Infernal theme. And, all 20 versions of Dark Pit's theme, or whatever it's called. There's like Dark Pit's theme, 2 different songs for some reason. There's another one. I can't remember what it's called though. Anyway. Sticky tape. Remote sensors activated the things, and they were good for demolishing low to medium security doors, wood, some plasters, and concrete, depending on the thickness, and cameras. They wouldn't be as effective on steel. Nevertheless, Snake picked up 3 of them and stuffed each one in a separate pocket on his trousers. Like, I'm serious. Is this author British? It's like, could just say pants, but in England, wrote some James Bond stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know when he was born. I don't know where he's from. Oh, there's an epilogue. So I said there was, 26 chapters, but there's actually 27, because there's also an epilogue, which is like half a page, but still. Anyway, he locked the box, studied the foil from the third box, and discerned another trap. This one he could skirt. The pan card opened the security door, and he was inside the block. This one appeared to be stocked with various types of grenades and other explosives. There's some claymore mines, more shaft grenades, flashbangs, and some fragmentation grenades. The claymores were way too bulky. He already had some shafts, and the flashbangs caused too much tension for Snake's comfort, so he grabbed 3 frags and thrust them into the bulging utility pouch. Find anything useful, Snake? It was from Aniko on the Kodak. Lots of grenades. Some claymores. They're too big to carry. You should maybe try. Claymores can be set up above ground and are designed to produce maximum damage. My feet are falling asleep. Hold on. In a wide fan-shaped area. When they go off, with 1.2 millimeters steel pellets in a 60-degree pattern, much like an oversized shotgun. Traditionally, claymores use a tripwire to set them off. But the ones you have there are new tech. They are camouflaged using the new stealth technology and are equipped with sophisticated motion detectors. Snake almost laughed. You really know your shit. You stuff, Natasha. Nastasha, not Natasha. Gustava Hefner. Originally, Natasha. From Metal Gear 2. I spilled my food. No. I take pride in my work, if that's what you mean. Never mind. Talk to you later. He exited the pillbox and proceeded to the storage room, area where Baker most likely was being held. But he encountered a concrete wall where the map indicated a door should be, and it was unpainted. Was this what Anderson had told him about? He examined its texture and determined that it was a fairly new structure. It had been plastered within the last couple of days, thus it was still weak. Snake loved coincidences like this. The C4 canister was just the ticket for the job. Don't judge me. I don't know, I wanted to make some snaky comment, but like, what can you say? I say while eating rice that I dropped on this container in my room. There's just this random ass container in my room. You just hope that the noise of the blast wouldn't let the entire army of genomes. Yeah, it's an entire army made entirely of DNA. Just oh my god. I was just thinking about that one part in Riverdale where like something about she went to the hospital for a concussion and then they decoded her entire genome for no particular reason and found out she had the serial killer gene, which isn't an actual thing. It's so stupid. Riverdale is so stupid. It's so stupid. Like I watched like the first few episodes just to see how dumb it was. And then I decided to write a fanfic making fun of it. So you can check that out whenever I finish it. You know, when I finish it. Anyway. I pinned them down on his head, but saw no other alternative. Colonel, I have to blast my way through a wall. He explained the situation, and Campbell concurred with his strategy. Snake scanned the floors and walls to make sure no cameras were pointed his way, and then took one of the C4 containers, exposed the sticky tape, and placed the object in the middle of the freshly painted plaster. He flicked the switch on, moved back behind the pillbox, and held the remote in his hand. The explosive wasn't timed. He could detonate it at any time with the touch of a button. Snake placed his thumb on the trigger, said, Mazel tov, and pushed it. Are you Jewish now, David? That's like a Jewish thing, right? I don't know. I'm not Jewish. The blast was loud, but not as thunderous as he expected. How long is this chapter? Surely it would send someone his way. Light shone behind the thick clouds of smoke and dust that clung to the air and around the hole in the wall. Snake waited a moment, his SOCOM in hand, and ready. Sure enough, the silhouette of a trooper appeared. The soldier played it safe by staying behind the wall and peering out through the smoke. Then another man joined him. Too bad that backlighting gives you away. The sounds of his SOCOM shrieked twice, and the troopers dropped like a bag of refuse. Snake fished to the edge of the hole, hugged the wall, and waited for any others to investigate why someone would blow a hole in their nice new wall. But none did. Nobody cares about the dumb wall. He ducked through the opening, waved away the debris in the air, and moved toward the light. The air cleared a few yards into the storage block, and he saw a man sitting in a chair by a pillar. He was positioned directly beneath a bright interrogation lamp. As Snake moved closer, it was apparent that the man was tied to a chair and had a gag in his mouth. He, too, had obviously been tortured recently. The explosion must have frightened the man terribly. His eyes darted around in panic. Snake approached him, held his hands up, and said, I'm Finn. I'm Sec President Baker. Ah! The man nodded furiously. Snake reached over and took off the gag. The man coughed violently and spit blood on the floor. Snake started to untie the knots, but Baker cried, No, don't touch me! Then he saw it. A pack of C4 had been strapped to Baker's back, between his shoulder blades. The ropes were attached to the explosive in such a way that loosening them would set it off. Snake examined the canister and realized it would take some time to neutralize the thing. As for Baker, he looked as if he was at death's door already. He was breathing shallowly and barely could hold his head up. I'm gonna get you out of here, Snake said, somehow. But a booming voice cut through the cold concrete room. So you're the one the boss keeps talking about! Snake whirled to see a tall figure wearing a duster and several belts of ammunition around his chest. The man had long yellow-white hair, a beard, and a long mustache. Snake thought Central Casting could use him for the role of General George Custer in a community theater production of the Battle of the Little Bighorn. I don't know what that is, but if it got to do with cowboys, then that's the entire goddamn point, David. He is a dumbass. Ocelot is a dumbass cowboy. The man grasped a six-shooter in his right hand, and for a crazy moment, Snake was reminded of his recent cowboy daydream. Again, a coincidence. Or is it? I mean, Ocelot totally banged his dad. Actually, I feel like Big Boss is ace. I feel like Big Boss is ace. But he was definitely in a relationship with Ocelot. Big Boss, I ship it, okay? Yeah. And you must be Revolver Ocelot, Snake said. That's quite a get-up you have on. Didn't they tell you the Sioux surrendered a long time ago and live in peace now? I've been looking forward to meeting you, Solid Snake, Ocelot said. You have quite a reputation to live up to. You know, it really is amazing how much you resemble Big Boss. I met him once. Did you? Snake kept his hand on the SOCOM, ready to blast the guy once he finished reminiscing. I first met him in the 60s. We had a duel, Ocelot laughed. Big Boss beat me, too, fair and square. Your daddy was quite the warrior. Do you measure up to him? Ocelot, please! No! Oh, so I guess he's freaking Metal Gear Solid 3 Ocelot now. I don't know. I didn't think my ruler. Ocelot's eyes narrowed. Your mission is over, Snake. The pair stood several paces apart, with the pathetic Mr. Baker in the middle. Please, help me, the wounded man whimpered. Ocelot slowly held up his gun. And pointed the barrel upward, indicating that he wasn't going to shoot. A Colt single-action army. An original. Finest 6-shooter ever made. 6 bullets. More than enough to kill anything that moves. I see you use a SOCOM. The handgun chosen by the U.S. Special Operations Command. Ha! Everyone wants to use the newest and latest technology. Back in the old days, when they really knew how to make things, gunsmiths put their souls into their work. As I say, it ain't the wand, it's the magic in it. I can use this gun like it's part of my body. He twirled the handgun around his finger with the panache of a Western star, and then touched the barrel on the other side. Put a comb through that stash. Now you've got panache. Let's do the Odyssey. Shut up! I love Jump Up Superstar. Ah! The glove had been thrown. The two men faced each other, the gun hands ready for a quick draw. Snake slowly inched to his right so that Baker would not be in the line of fire. Ocelot mirrored his steps, but Baker is still dangerously close. Throughout Snake's long career, he never had to duel another man face to face in such a fashion. The scene prompted him to imagine himself on a stage performing the grand climax of an archetypical opera, with the orchestra building to a crescendo as the principals sang their guts out. Or perhaps he was the protagonist in the old Italian Western movies. Snake fell Oh my god, David, you're a dork. Like, he doesn't want to admit it, but he's just as much of a dork as hell. Okay. Snake felt a trickle of sweat beneath his bandana as the synapses between his fan and trigger hand grew ultra-sensitive. In the time it took to not think of drawing the weapon, it would be in Snake's hand. It was something Master Miller had taught him. Let the phantom music in his head become a soundtrack to the situation, and then envision each action in the past before actually doing it. He'd also learned from Master Miller how to read a person's eyes. The truth always resides in a man's eyes, his mentor had said. Is that why you always wear sunglasses? Snake usually could determine if a person was lying if he was friend or foe by the eyes. Unfortunately, Ocelot's eyes had squinted into dark slits, and it was difficult to see the whites, much less the soul. The people. Memes, the DNA of the soul. Oh my god. Just everything about memes and Metal Gear Rising: Vengeance is such a mood. Like, Blade Wolf's like, the resulting collection of memes is what you would call my intelligence. And I'm a slave to my memes. And I'm like, that's a mood. That's a huge ass mood. Anyway. Revolver Ocelot obviously took the gunslinger persona to an extreme. As if the clock were counting down, Snake felt the seconds tick closer to the final moment when the duelist had to draw. Knowing when to act depended on the instinct of a professional. Timing was everything. Ocelot's eyes glinted. Now, Ocelot drew his weapon. Snake saw himself in slow-mo as he pulled the SOCOM from its holster and pointed it at the enemy. He simultaneously leaped to the right to form a body roll. The trick was pulling the SOCOM's trigger once his feet had left the ground and keeping the weapon properly aimed. Oh yeah, also I have Poison Ivy, but only on the top of this finger. It's so weird. Looks like a freaking blister, but it's apparently Poison Ivy. Ocelot's revolver fired. Revolver Ocelot. Revolver Ocelot. Revolver Ocelot. Revolver Ocelot. Oh my god. I need scissors. 61. No, my favorite moment in Metal Gear. It was something about the ice. It felt cold. Like, no shit. No shit, dude. Oh my god. deadly poisonous ants by hamsters. Like, deadly poisonous ants by hamsters. And then he starts talking about mice, and I'm like, are they mice or are they hamsters? What? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about Metal Gear 2 now. Ocelot's revolver fired, and the bullet soared over Snake's left shoulder. If he hadn't moved, it would have struck him in the face. Snake squeezed the trigger, released 3 rapid shots, hit the floor with a thumb, rolled, and landed on his feet in a crouching position. The 3 rounds cut the air inches from Baker's head and ricocheted off a metal girder just behind Ocelot's yellow-white locks of hair. He jerked his head out of the way without moving the rest of his body, a sign that he had little fear. By then, Ocelot had fired 2 more rounds from the revolver. Snake felt the heat from the bullets as they soared too close to his ribcage for comfort. His momentum in moving sideways never faltered, and he took cover behind a girder. He quickly removed the sound suppressor. He'd have better aim without it, and then swung the SOCOM out from behind the beam and fired. But Ocelot had also hit it. The man's voice came from behind a concrete pillbox in the back of Baker's chair. The challenge of a duel for me is reloading a revolver during battle. Ocelot. I love reloading during battle. There's nothing like the feeling of slamming a long silver bullet into a well-used shape. I'm sorry. I'm dying. I love Metal Gear, guys. Ocelot announced. It's such a risky thing to do, taking the time, making yourself vulnerable for those few seconds. Snake heard the cylinder snap shut, and then Ocelot spun it. Hear that, Snake? Such a beautiful sound. The sound of impending death. You're pretty good. Snake considered using one of the frag grenades, but quickly nixed the idea because of the stockpiles of explosives around the area. And with the C4 strapped to Baker, Snake couldn't risk it. He would have to depend exclusively on the SOCOM's firepower and his ability to dodge Ocelot's barrage to get through the door. I love the smell of cordite, Ocelot boasted. The smell of fire, the smell of the devil, the smell from the bowels of the earth. It's the smell of victory. Snake eyed an area to his right that was full of stacks of crates. A white light on the ceiling illuminated the space much too well, so Snake took a bead on the bulb and fired. It exploded, plunging the area into shadow. He then ran for the first tower of crates, dodged around from Ocelot's revolver, and took cover. He crouched down and crawled quickly to another stack. From there I could see Ocelot standing behind Baker, using the Iron Stack President for cover. The gunslinger had no idea what Snake was, but that didn't stop his bravado. It won't do you any good to hide back there, Snake. There's no way out. I'm sure a noisy little Tate, I don't know how to pronounce that, will summon a squad of genome soldiers in minutes. Snake needed to force Ocelot away from Baker. A steam pipe stretched down from the ceiling and along her girder that was directly over the terrorist's head. To get a better shot, Snake lay prone, raised his arm at a 45-degree angle from the floor. Please stop talking about angles! It's freaking summer, man. I don't want to deal with angles right now. From the floor. He aimed carefully, squeezed the trigger, and blew a hole in the pipe. A burst of hot steam hit Revolver Ocelot on the side of his face. The man yelped and jumped aside. Damn you! He shouted. As the gunslinger moved, Snake let loose a salvo of spare fire and shot a couple holes in the tail of Ocelot's duster, but the man had slipped behind another pillar for cover. Baker sniveled in fear as the hot steam from the burst pipe blasted over his head. Though it wasn't burning him, Snake figured it wasn't very comforting either. The sooner he got the Iron Stack President out of harm's way, the better shape he'd be in to talk. Snake ran to another stack of crates, but had no better shot at Ocelot there than before. The battle was destined to be a game of tag until one of them made a serious mistake and exposed himself for the split second it would take for the other to get a clean shot. Perhaps it would be advantageous for Snake to shoot out some more wood plates. The thermal goggles would come in handy and could very well be his only hope of defeating the sharpshooter. Sharpshooter Shala. That was really bad. Snake scanned the ceiling and shot out the nearest bulb, darkening the space around Baker. But that action gave away his position, prompting Ocelot to let loose a volley of rounds that forced the operative to crouch behind the crates. It's been so long since I've been in such a avoiding battle, Ocelot said. You're not bad, Snake, I must admit. But it's to be expected, I suppose, since you have the same code name as Boss. But I'm just getting warmed up. Very soon I will. And then there was an ear-splitting cry of pain. At first, Snake thought it was Baker, but he quickly realized that something had happened to Ocelot. He peered around the case and saw that Ocelot's trigger hand was gone. Blood gushed from the man's severed forearm as he shouted, Who? What? Ah! There's someone else in the room. Snake heard swishing sounds, the kind of noise made by a sword as it cut through the air. He saw a dark figure pounce on the gunslinger, ducked and leaped for safety. The blade crashed into a pillar, breaking off pieces of concrete. As the intruder moved about, his form seemed to appear and disappear, blending with the surroundings like a chameleon's skin. He was fast, too. Stealth. The guy's wearing a stealth suit. Revolver Ocelot turned and fled, holding his injured arm and leaving his lifeless right hand still holding onto the Colt, lying in a pool of blood on the floor. Ugh. Snake stepped out from behind the case to confront the intruder, but the figure had vanished. Snake rushed to Baker, who had passed out from fear. Baker, wake up! He slapped the man gently on the cheeks, rousing him. But as soon as the Amstec president grown back to life, Snake heard the whooshing sound of the blade. He ducked just in time, but the sword smashed into the pillar behind Baker. Snake performed a lateral roll onto the floor to escape another blow from the sword, got to his feet, and faced his new enemy. The man was dressed as a ninja, completely coated in a sleek, armored bodysuit made from stealth material, as Snake had suspected. His face was masked by a helmet that had no holes for the eyes. Instead, there was a glowing red sensor in the center, giving him a Cyclops-like appearance. In his right hand, he held a replica of an 8th century sword, but was equipped with an ultrasonic generator that created a high-frequency blade, allowing the weapon to cut through much denser substances than normally would be possible. But as the ninja moved, Snake gleaned more about the man's costume. It was only one of the latest optic camouflage actuator suits, an exoskeleton, usually worn by soldiers who'd been wounded severely. The suit utilized a supersonic motor that operated with high-frequency voltage. In essence, the electric currents of the man's muscles were detected and operated by the sensors in the suit. The man was a cyborg, a living human being controlled by machinery that kept him alive. A cyborg ninja. Who are you? Snake asked. Are you on the side of the terrorists? I am like you, the ninja said in a metallic electronic voice. I have no name. My name is David. My name is David. Excuse you. Well, take it easy. I have no beef with you. The ninja suddenly trembled and touched his head with his free hand, as if he was experiencing a major headache. I am tortured. Snake could hear the pain behind the words. Something was terribly wrong with whoever was in that exoskeleton. Then the cyborg straightened, brandished the high-frequency sword, and said, Only the blaze of battle can wipe away the agony. Prepare yourself. Oh my god. That was really bad. I fight for my friends. Dr. Naomi Hunter twirled her swivel chair away from her computer monitor and said, I'll be right back, she said to Campbell. The colonel looked at her and saw that her face was ashen. Are you all right, Doctor? I'm fine. I just need to go to the ladies' room. You look like you've seen a ghost. She laughed uncertainly and then continued on her way out of the control room. She walked down the hall, pushed open the door to the washroom, and went inside. Once alone, she moved to the sink and held on the sides to keep herself from collapsing. She looked into the mirror and didn't recognize the shock that was apparent in her eyes. Could it be? It was impossible. It wasn't? The man in the exoskeleton. As soon as she'd heard his voice filtered through the electronic voice box, the memories of her childhood trauma and subsequent salvation had flooded through her. She wanted to cry out in pain, but wouldn't allow herself to do this. So, for now, she had to keep silent, for her sake and for his. What was he doing on Shadow Moses Island? It broke her heart to see him in that condition. The one he would have to live with for the rest of his life. Which is like 2 hours. Like 2 more hours. Do you have to wear that hard suit just to stay alive? Because they've taken away closemates and we don't know our own face. We've been tasked to protect untaken on ghosts. But now this black turns new and the damage, the quick get moves really fast, plus it covers everything. This wasn't the profile, so I've got to find a way to win or we die out. Living right the run with a hand on the gun. Where's the exit? We can't go back where it came from. We can't go back where it came from. Shoot them with your gun. I need a bigger gun. Please wake me up inside. Not to sound cliche, but this one sucks. Where was I? Where was I? Wait, just to stay alive. Yeah. Would be a hell behind her wildest imagination. But that wasn't the worst of it. It was apparent that the man's mind was gone. Did he know who he was? Did he know about his phone relationship with Solid Snake? That sounds vaguely suggestive. Especially since, like, a lot of people agree that Snake and Grey Fox were, like, romantically involved. I'm not, like, a fan of Snake Grey Fox because some of the shit that Grey Fox pulls in Metal Gear 2 is not cool. Not cool. But I do think they were friends with benefits at one point. That's why I decided. They were friends with benefits. His appearance on the island certainly threw a wrinkle into the mission. No matter what happened, Dr. Hunter knew she had to remain calm and not give herself away. For now! So yeah, anyway. I'll get you wherever you go. They could find you quickly, it's sticky. However you're trying to tough it out, you just can't beat them. They said seek to find and field so we can sharp skills, but now we can only feel all the pain of the danger, beat and feel. And we have to kill just to stay alive because they've taken away close mates. And we don't know our own fates. Okay, this video is going to be This video is almost 40 minutes long, so I'm going to end this now. If you like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!